Welcome to Leadership Mastery. I'm Dr. Jeff McGee, number 55. If you dismiss the easy and you fail to do the minimum and you ignore the simplest of your brand promises, what else is being ignored? Folks, one more time, think about that statement. This is absolutely powerful. I'm going to give you an example that runs the risk of being so trivial you won't catch the key point. But let's go through that title one more time. If you dismiss the easy, if you have an employee that dismisses the easy, or you fail or your employees fail to do the minimum, and you and them ignore the simplest of your brand promises, you've got to start asking yourself, what else is being ignored? See, the what else is where the scare in your bones should start. Recently, I got off a plane flight in Los Angeles, and at the time I'm recording this, I live in Las Vegas, and I would fly from Las Vegas to LA on a regular basis. I love Delta Airlines. They're my preferred airline. Number 2 on that list would be American, just simply because I flew American for many, many years, so I love them. United, I'm sure, is a great plane. I know people don't fly for United, but I've never really flown United, so I don't have an opinion. But I'm on Delta, and this flight, in essence, from Vegas to LA, because that's one of their hubs. You have to fly usually to a hub to get somewhere if you're not on a direct flight. It's about 1 hour. Again, what do you fail? What do you ignore? What do you dismiss? This flight's about 1 hour, and if you've flown very much as you're watching this, you can kind of visualize this story. So you're sitting somewhere on that plane, and once the plane's airborne and it's kind of leveled off, the flight crew, they come out with this little, cart, and they, kind of ask you, would you like a cup of coffee or water, soda, or something to drink, and they do their service. And on this flight, in essence, I'm sitting there. Not only did they come through the cabin and meet everyone and say hello and say welcome and offer you something to snack on and a drink, they did it twice. And then as the carts were all packaged up, they even came through a third time just to ask if someone wanted something still. So when we landed in LA, I had a pretty good connection time, so I had a little extra on my hand. So I stood off to the side and waited for everyone to come off the flight. And then the crew came off the flight, and there was the flight attendant. And so I walked up to the lead flight attendant, I introduced myself, and I asked a question. I'm on this flight on a regular basis. It's roughly 1 hour. And I just have a question. You all today did a phenomenal service. And I really thank you for that. I don't know if anyone else said thank you, but I love my cup of coffee in the morning, so thank you. And she kind of remembered me, so she smiled and laughed a little bit too. And I said, but here's my question. You were able to do 2 complete services in that 1 hour. And on most flights, what happens is not what you all just did today. It's usually just 1 service up and down, and that's it. But I've also been on that same 1 hour flight, and there's been 0 service. As I'm saying that, I could see her face starting to get a little frustrated and disappointed, even upset. And so my question was, so why would there be 3 levels of service on the same 1 hour flight? She said, yes, I'm frustrated too. A while back, our company sent us all an email and said, any flights that are roughly 1 hour or less, it's up to our determination, our own judgment as to the level of service we want to give. And I wish people would just do the job. So I go back to the headline one more time. If you're willing to ignore, dismiss, and avoid doing the key elements of a job, what else are you not doing? Now, that story may seem insignificant, but wait a minute. It's a brand promise. If I buy an airline ticket with an airline, they say, here's what you get for that ticket for this level of cabin. It's always written out there. When you check in online with your little app, it tells you what you're going to get, what you should be able to expect on that flight. So again, are we judging an airline by its airworthiness and safety? No. See, we as a consumer, that's an assumed that that's going to happen. What we're judging it on is the people factors. So when you go back to your own business, think about this masterclass series, a little bit longer than normal. But I'm finding this statement to be horrendous around the world. Think about when you're the customer next time, what's missed, what's overlooked, and what's really being taken care of. In your own business, what are those brand promises? And are we really exceeding in every category, or are we really meeting in every category? That's laziness. Or you're not even meeting them anymore. It's up to you to set that bar.